Hello there, friends. My name is Emily, and I forgot to film an intro for this vlog, so we're going to go ahead and do it now. This was one of those weeks where I had a lot of grandiose plans, and to be quite honest, life just kind of happened, and nothing really that I planned on happening got done, but that is okay because we are dynamic and we can pivot, and we have the ability to be flexible sometimes, and this week is one of those times. So most of what is going on is we're going to be doing a lot of cooking, a lot of taking care of ourselves, and cleaning up and doing like some basic human things that are necessary for life, as well as going to a festival and, most importantly, starting a new crochet project. I'm actually going to work on a couple different projects during this video, but the one I'm most excited about is my first ever chunky yarn project. I bought a whole lot of chunky yarn during Joann's closing sales because I thought it would be a great idea, even though I had never ever worked with chunky yarn before, and I haven't touched any of it for like 4 months. So it's time to finally start a project, any project. I think I'm going to make a blanket. And spoiler, I had to restart at least once. So let's see if I actually make it through. So please join me for some crafting, some cooking, and some just general hanging out.
Oh, there she goes. $20.24.
I was really just looking for these two orzos, but I found all of this in there, and I'm going to reorganize the shelf. I also know I have 2 more boxes of pearls couscous in the top here, so I might have a pasta addiction. One thing I think is super annoying is when you get a recipe that needs tomato paste, but then it only needs like a tablespoon. This one needs 2 tablespoons, and this is 6 ounces. So what I started doing was freezing the rest, and probably not like a crazy life-changing thing to most people, but as somebody like me who can't cook but also is broke and doesn't want to spend, I mean it's only like $2, but doesn't want to spend a bunch of money on tomato paste and just to throw most of the can away, highly recommend. currently at Costco because we might be getting a pretty bad storm tonight. I was planning on going later today and continuing to clean up the house, but since there's going to be a storm, I'm hitting Costco now. So let's go. I just need to get some basic groceries. Hopefully I won't be impulse purchasing anything, but yeah, I guess we'll see. My grandmother gave me this chair when I went to go see her, so I'm going to take this up first before all the groceries so you guys can see it. Hello, I wanted to start a new project, so I started making this corner-to-corner blanket out of this Bernat baby, or I think it's just Bernat blanket yarn, and I could not find my 8mm crochet hook to save my life. I still can't. So it's like, let's do 7. How bad could it be? Both sides are curving and it's like 3-dimensional pops practically. So we're going to try again, but I can't find my 8mm still. So we're going to try again with a 9 and see what we think. So let's rip it. I feel like I have to like rip this so gently because I'm just afraid all the like fluff is gonna fly off this yarn. I don't know if that's how it works, but I'm so afraid of chunky yarn. I bought like 4 balls of this, and 2 of them are the jumbo ones, so I have plenty of yarn to make something large. But I wanted to start with this, and we'll see what we think. So. Wow, it's crazy how different the size is. I feel like I'm fighting for my life with chunky yarn. I messed up again. Hello there. I was editing my video and where I went thrifting and realized that I never filmed showing you what yarn I actually bought. So we're going to do that real quick. For $3.99, which I think is a crazy price, honestly. I got most of a cone, I believe, of Lily Sugar and Cream. This brown with white. I think I'm going to make... I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with this, but this is my favorite yarn. And my sister's kind of getting into that like cozy aesthetic, so I might make her some washcloths or something. I've been wanting to try my hand more at Tunisian crochet. I think that's what this is going to become. I've never used this brand before, Peaches and Cream. I also don't really know what I'm going to use this for, but since I've never used this yarn, it might be fun to try it out. The last one is this brown. This is also Lily Sugar and Cream. I can tell just by looking at her. I do already have a brown ball of yarn exactly like this somewhere that I used before to make coasters. So now that I have a little bit more of it, maybe I'll make a bag, use it as an off color for a granny square, maybe combine these two and do another granny square bag just for like, I don't know, fall. I don't know. Really don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I couldn't pass it up. I honestly didn't see any yarn that I was like, oh my God, I need this. This is exactly what I've been looking for, but I'm always in the market for Lily. So I bought it. My cat is playing with her toy, but we're just going to go with it. We're just going to ignore that because I am doing this new thing. I'm trying to romanticize like my grocery store trips and cooking because I hate cooking by instead of bulk buying food at the beginning of the week, because every single time I do that, if I buy a week or 2 weeks worth of groceries, say on Monday, without fail, by the time it rolls around to actually eat that food and cook those recipes, say Thursday, say the next Monday, I no longer want that recipe. In fact, the idea of that recipe repulses me and makes me want to gag, and I do not want anything to do with it. So I'm trying a different thing. I live very close to a nice grocery store, and I've decided that instead of like meal prepping, because I'm not a meal prepper. I'm not. I've never liked doing it. Every time I've done it, I seriously get sick of my leftovers by day 2 or day 3. I'm a very picky eater, in conclusion. So I'm going to try, whenever it's time to start cooking again, I want to look at a recipe and go to the store that day and buy the ingredients and come home. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to do some like cost breakdowns, and it's going to be a little bit inflated because the grocery store that's nearby is most of the food is organic, which is also great, except that it's very expensive. So sometimes the prices might be a little more inflated than it would be if I were to, say, go to Costco. This recipe seems nice. By the way, this recipe is called tahini sweet potato and chickpea bowls, and it is from the So Easy So Good cookbook. I just yapped for a long time, so I don't really remember where I left off before I got more into the cooking. But I also am the type of person who, when I go to the grocery store and I do like a big grocery shopping trip that takes an hour plus, driving there, I don't want to cook when I get home. I'm not going to cook when I get home. So this idea kind of sounded really nice to me, to make it like a little bit less pressure on grocery days. And there are a couple things that I still buy in bulk. Like, I know we eat eggs every day for breakfast. I know we're going to need that. I think in some ways it's going to be this romanticizing my grocery shopping journey is going to be good and bad. And I'm sure there's ways where it's going to work really well and ways that it's not. But this is the first week. This is the second time I've done it, the second meal I've done this for. And the first one, we had enough leftovers where we just finished it today. And I think I went shopping on Monday. So kind of exciting. I think it's exciting. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to continue prepping this. I spilled it all over the place. I just got this Pyrex measuring cup from my grandma, and I love it. Does my grandma know she gave it to me? No. But I took it, and she hasn't said anything, so it's mine now.
It smells weird. I'm gonna be honest, it smells really weird. Saturday, and like any good Saturday, we were starting it off by crocheting a bit. I'm still working on this chunky yarn blanket, and it's actually going a lot better than I expected and a lot quicker. So I just finished off the third ball of yarn. Here's what the blanket looks like so far. This is about halfway done, especially because I only have 6 balls of yarn, so this has to be the halfway point. For lunch, we decided to hit the Twin Cities Food Truck Festival, which was actually really fun. There was a lot of great food there and a lot of great trucks. This was really, really, really good. Ew. Yeah. I know I just said that drink was gross, but it really grew on me after the first taste, and I had my own that was a lot better, or at least more suited to what I like. After the food truck festival, we went over to a new Asian market, and I love going to Asian markets and just seeing what each one offers. Today was a quick day. I was only looking for drinks and some Kewpie mayo, found both, and then went over to Dollar Tree. I'm searching for some plastic bins to sort my bedding into to make my linen closet a little bit more organized, and because I'm here I had to check out the yarn section. This is actually the most I've seen it stocked in a long time, and I was really surprised to see they're selling these little balls of red heart. I've never seen that before at Dollar Tree. So afterwards we stopped by Michael's. They had a lot of stuff on sale today. It seems like they're maybe trying to make some room for new yarns. Let's have our fingers crossed on that one. I didn't need any yarn today, so I didn't actually buy anything, but I just wanted to search and see what they had, especially with Joann's closing. I'm still on the lookout for some of my favorite of their big twist yarns. Unfortunately, my store is not yet carrying the Cozy Cover Posh Pearl yarns, which I heard used to be big twist, are now being made by Loops and Thread. And I'm just curious, have you been able to find those yarns at your local stores yet? Surprisingly, I made it out of Michael's without buying anything, so I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!